KE8YSM. This is KE8YBZ. Can you copy?
I copy that. Over.
Can you hear me okay since I switched my computer?
Coming in loud and clear. How's my signal now? This is KE8YSM.
KE8YSM. You broke out in the center completely, but when I could hear you, I heard you better than before.
Thanks for the feedback. Still running into the radio.
Joe, that antenna is a no-go. You're going to have to go back to the first one or try another. is KE8YBZ. I really appreciate everybody out there being patient while we try and figure out Joe's radio. Is everybody else having the same issue hearing him that I am, or is that just me?
This is KE8. I was having trouble hearing whoever was trying to come through on that. I had to switch to Echolink because I think I'm having the same problem.
KE8QKO. Yeah, he was really scratchy for me as well, so I was hearing some disruption. But the K8VYB, you're sounding fine to me, so it might be just how he's making it into the repeater. KE8QKO.
Thanks so much, guys. I think maybe because it's line of sight, he's got some, a building or something that's blocking him, because we've gotten into the repeater, Wendy and I have, from farther away than he is with the exact same equipment. So he might have to use Echolink this evening to get in. I'm not sure.
K8QKO. That's always an option. What is he using to get in? Just out of curiosity.
He has a Baofeng with one of the measuring tape antennas, like the 2-foot tall ones, and Wendy also has one of those. So we used that at the park, like no problems whatsoever. I think he's just running into some interference.
Yeah, I have one of those, and it's hit or miss from where I am to get in the repeater with it. It's usually better in the wintertime when there's less leaves on the trees. In the summertime, it's almost impossible to really get in and hit it with those Baofengs with one of those antennas on there. I even tried some different antennas, and it's just where I'm at, it's not great. But my little J-pole with this radio works great, even though the J-pole has to transmit through the house, which is kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, good luck with that, and maybe you can get on Echolink tonight. KE8QKO, clear. 73.
KD8VYT. I do have a lot of buildings around me, so that may be causing a lot of interference for me. KE8YSM, over. KD8VYT.
KD8VYT, KE8QKO, go ahead, Russ.
Yeah, I don't know how much you guys know about the tape measure antenna, but it is directional, and you will have to point it at the repeater.
All right, thank you. I was not aware of that. I usually just kind of use it in the backyard, and sometimes I get in okay, and sometimes I don't, but I don't usually get out there too much, because when I usually can get in, like I said, is the wintertime, and when the leaves are not on the trees, and that's when I don't want to be outside transmitting. So I tend to leave it in the old backpack for when I need it. But, yeah, I'd say maybe follow Russ's advice. See if you can rotate it a little bit. That might help. KUQKO.
Yeah, those are typically used for direction finding, for looking for, like, fox hunting. So I used to have one. It fell apart on me. But I used it first with an HT when I first built it. But you had to point it towards the repeater, and it worked great. KD8BYT.
KE8YBZ. I plan on being at the fox hunt on Saturday, and I have never done such a thing. I don't have a measuring tape antenna, but now maybe I should get one.
Typically, you build them out of PVC and a tape measure. A few hose clamps, things like that. And you'll need a SO239 or some way to connect the antenna to your radio. But yeah, instructions for those are online, and they're not real hard at all. You just gotta get
W8WKY.
This is KEA-CHQ, wondering if I can get a signal report.
K8HNK portable. You are fully copyable, but you do have noise.
All right, thanks for the report. I'll try to figure it out.
It's so quiet. KD8SLG.
KD8SLG, KE8VKA. Good evening, Nick.
Very, very quiet. It's rabbit season.
Y'all be quiet. I'm trying to sleep here. ABNMO.
VKA, you dog, you. That was pretty good lunch yesterday, man. How you doing?
I am doing good. What about lunch?
Lunch was good yesterday. That's what about lunch. We had a good time up at the Big Dog.
Well, that is good. We had a good lunch as well. We had, what do we have? DeBellas? What are they called? DeVitases, as we were moving in. So I'm going to say 7-3s. I'm going to hop out of here, guys. I got to back a trailer into the driveway, but we're now but you can now refer to me as Josh from Ella. We're all moved in. Good to hear you guys. 7-3s, KE8VKA clear.
Well, I just want you and Lucy to know we were making fun of you at lunch yesterday. I said there's only one thing more fun than moving, and that's moving in the rain. KD8SLG. Look out behind you.
I was there when he said it. KE8VZA. E8, H&K from Porch Portable.
W8WKY.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
This is Kilo Echo 8 on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. Welcome to the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net. We're going to do the pre-checks, but first things first, before I forget, let's do the Mickey Mouse roll call. Let's start up the top with Nick. KE8UKA, Nick, are you there? Good question. I don't know. Okay, I'll finish going through the roll call. Whoever has trivia, shout it out. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, and I am here. Okay, let's go to just Nick. KD8SLG, hello.
Okay, that's the Nick that went out the back end of the trailer. KD8VYT.
KD8QWE. KD8VYT doesn't know what he's talking about. This is KD8SLG. Hi, Mike. And all the Beacon netizens. I'm here, man, and I have no responsibilities whatsoever. Good to hear you, Mike. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
Okay, Nick, and like always, you sound fantastic, and I sound like me, so I'll go ahead and clear with KD8 SLG. Mr. Squatch, KD8 EPC, are you there?
QWEN, the pre-net. This is KD8 EPC. I'm here. I'll be ready for the net, and Andy has trivia tonight. KD8 EPC, back to net control.
Okay, I'll go ahead and clear with KD8 EPC. Okay, Andy, AB8MO, the trivia master for the night. Are you there?
No, I don't know what I am. I'm not sure it's a master. But this is AB8MO. Just double check. Josh said he's in and out. Yeah, he just moved in. He's in a nice neighborhood, the Ellet neighborhood of Akron, actually. That's gentrified, but it's got lots of trees and brick houses, and I think he did pretty well. Now it's just a matter of getting the shack up. But hey, he can hit this repeater direct now. He doesn't have to use the internet like I do. Yeah, I do have trivia. I got 4 to choose from. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use. But since Josh is here, I don't know if I could use the one I was going to use since he decided to check out. So I'm going to choose to be bitter about it. For the rest of the net, back to you there, Sir Mike, KEAQWE. This is AB8MO.
Okay, Andy, you sound great. Nice, clear connection. Okay, I'll go ahead and clear with AB8MO. If you'd like to check into the Sunday night edition of the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
WBHGKV headed Wadsworth.
Alpha India Zulu, WB4IZ, Chuck. Give it out.
Okay, Chuck, could you come back with your call sign again, please?
Whiskey Bravo 4 Alpha India Zulu, WB4AIZ.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you much, and have a great night. I have you as the in and out. Okay, if anybody else would like to check into the Sunday night edition of the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, please.
Kilo Delta 8 Victor Yankee Tango. That's KD8VYT. Russ in Akron.
Kilo Charlie 8 Echo Yankee. KC8 EEY.
We'll be in and out this evening. 7-3's all.
Okay, the last call. Who's going to be in and out? I'm sorry, I did not get your call sign, please.
Kilo Alpha 8 Mike November Tango. Tom in Canton, in and out.
Okay, thank you much.
HNK Portable, Holly in and out.
Okay, could you come back with your call sign again, please?
Kilo Echo 8, November Kilo. The name is Elmer in Akron, and I'll be in and out.
Okay, I'll take a pause and go down through what I have. Let's go ahead and start at the top of the list. Let's go to Maryland. Let's talk to Eddie. It is W3ETB. Hello, Eddie.
Hello. This is W3ETV from Annapolis, Maryland, and doing pretty good right now. So I thought I'd jump in and join the net and stick around for the trip. So I'll be here. Back to net.
Okay, Eddie, that sounds good. I'll go ahead and clear with Whiskey 3 ETB. Okay, let's go out to Oklahoma and talk to Ray. K5 CFY. Hello, Ray. K5 CFY. Ray, are you there? Okay, let's go down to Ed. Whiskey Bravo 8 GKB. Ed, I would imagine you're going to be here for the whole show.
Oh, there you go. That's correct. Yeah, just wanted to say good evening to everybody onto the net there, and we'll be here for trivia and all that stuff. WB8GKB Ed over at Wadsworth.
Okay, Ed, that sounds good. Let's go talk to Russ. KD8VYT. Russ, hello.
Hello. I'm sticking around for the really big shoe. I have size 13 shoes, and they're really big. So, make it an easy trivia question, Andy.
Okay, Russ, are you going to be for the whole show? In fact, that's just what you said. We'll make sure we come up with an extra special trivia question just for you, Russ. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with Russ. Let's go to East Sparta. Dave, KC8EEY. Hello.
Good evening to the net. We're just ready to get into the big show. Hate it when a man brags about the size of his feet. Back to the net.
W8WKY.
Okay, Dave, I would imagine you're going to be here for the whole show. Over. Okay, let's go to Canton and talk to Tom. KA8MNT. Are you going to be here for the whole show?
This is KA8MNT. Nope, I don't think so. I think my eyelids are getting pretty heavy, so I got to be sharp as a tack for the barometer in the morning. So I'm going to say 7-3s, everybody, and keep smiling. KA8MNT, back to the pre-net.
Okay, Tom, that sounds good. Hey, have a great night and get yourself some sleep. Okay, let's go to Owensboro, Kentucky. Mark, hello. KG4FCK, Mark. Okay, I'm going to move on here. Let's go to Eric. KE8VZY.
KE8QWE, this is KE8VZA. How you doing there, Mike? I'll be sticking around for the entire net. Thanks.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, let's we got one more here, then I will go ahead and check, see if we have anybody else. We have Mike out in PA, KC3QFC. Mike, are you going to be here for the entire net? Over.
Charlie 3, Quebec Foxtrot Charlie. Indeed, indeed. And unfortunately, we're not in PA. We're just outside Binghamton, New York. But we'll be sticking around, enjoying the drive. KC3, QFC, back to net control.
Okay, Mike, welcome to our net. Okay, I better ID this thing. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you would like to get in to the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Foxtrot Tango. K8QFT, Fred.
Kilo Echo 8, Tango, Quebec Romeo. KE8TQR, Keith in Uniontown. I'll be in and out. 73, everyone.
Bravo Hotel, Quebec, Benjamin, Mossburg, Ohio.
I'm sorry, but you are breaking up. Can you come with your call sign again, please?
Echo 8, Bravo Hotel, Quebec, KE8BHQ, Benjamin coming out of Strasbourg.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Passenger Yankee, KE8QOY, Joe in Youngstown.
Okay, well, I will run through who I have. KE8FQV, or I'm sorry, KE8QFT. Uncle Fred, hello, buddy.
Hello, how's everybody doing tonight? I think I'm just going to be in and out tonight. Thought I'd drop by and say hello anyhow. Visiting someone here in the Wadsworth. So, with that, I say 73, y'all, and have a good net. KE8QFT, back to the pre-net.
Okay, Fred, hey, have a great night. I am going to miss your sports commentary, but hey, with that, we'll just have to wait till Wednesday for that. Okay, let's go over to Strasbourg. KE8BHQ, hello there.
Hey, I'm having some problems with one of my cables, so I'm wondering if you guys are able to hear me.
Yes, yeah, it's a little bit scratchy, but you're fully copyable. Over.
Okay, thanks for that. I have an SMA cable that I'm using right now, and I just realized that one of the pins got pushed in about 3/4 of the way, so it's just hanging out by this little stub. I just contacted the company, and they're going to send me a replacement, so I'm just trying to make it work for tonight at least. This is KE8BHQ.
Okay, are you going to be here for the full net and do trivia?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll be sticking around for the full net. If my signal starts to get any worse, just let me know and I'll switch over to Echolink, but I'll be here all night.
Okay, so far you sound good, so I'll go ahead and clear with KE8BHQ. Let's go to KE8Q. Hi, Joe, hello.
Good evening, Andy. I don't know how this radio is doing. I just got it back from being serviced. I had blow finals and a bunch of other little problems, and I sent it to Ham Repair in, I don't know, someplace in Texas. I'd have to go look it up again because I don't remember right at the moment. But, yeah, I'm going to be sticking around for the whole show. Back at you.
Okay, so far it is working just fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8 kilowatt. KI5DAY, Allen, hello. Okay, I don't hear Alan, but I'm sure he is here with one of his trivia questions, and they're always great. Okay, if you would like to get into the Sunday night edition of the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Bravo Zulu KE8 BZ Charlene in Minerva, Ohio.
This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Sierra Mike KE8YSM in North Canton, Ohio, Joe.
Kilo Delta 7 Yankee Lima Victor KD7 YLV Tim Tango India Mike Akron, Ohio.
W8WKY.
Okay, I'll go through who I have on the list now. I have KE8YBZ Charlene, hello.
Hello, kind sir. I will be short this evening. I have a young man that is here with my daughter that I need to take home. Thank you so much. Back to net.
Okay, just to clarify, you want to be short time and at the top of the net.
That would be correct. If I don't answer, then you can mark it back as in and out, but I'm going to try and stay for net.
Okay, that sounds good. We will get to you at the top of the net. Okay, I'll go ahead and clear with KE8YBZ. Let's go ahead to Canton and talk to Joe. KE8YSM, hello.
Hello, this is Joe from North Canton, KE8YSM. I just got my license yesterday. I'm going to be marked as in and out because I'm just going to listen in and see how things work. Over.
Okay, Joe. Well, congratulations and welcome to our net. We will put you down as in and out. Hey, be sure to join us. We usually have a pretty fun net. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8YSM. Let's go talk to Tim. KD7 YLV. Hello, Tim.
Hello there, sir. I actually didn't even know you guys had a net or anything. I just happened to turn on 2 meters and I heard activity, so I was just checking in for numbers. I don't have any real activity or anything. I just was hoping there was a trader's net. I was told on here at one time or another, hoping to find out about that. But other than that, I guess I'm just gonna listen out here. I don't know what you guys have going on here. So back to you, sir.
Okay, so you would like to be in and out?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna sit here and listen out though. I mean, if you called on me, if I got to make a phone call here, but yeah, I didn't know there was a net or you had anything going on, so I'm gonna sit here and listen and just like the other caller said, just see how it goes.
Okay, Tim, that sounds great. Have a good night. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KD7YLB. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ID this thing. It's Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you would like to get on the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Jim, WV3K to W8WKY pre-net control. Phil out here in Canal Fulton. Wish you all 73s and God bless. Have a wonderful evening. I'm real tired. I need to get some rest. Talk to you later. WV3K back to net control.
Okay, looks like we picked up one on the blue screen. KC5, Real Big Guns, Shannon, hello.
Howdy, howdy, KC5, Real Big Guns. I'll be hanging around for the big show. I'll let you get some more chickens there. KC5 RBG, back to net control.
Okay, Shannon, that sounds good. We are always glad to have you. I'll go ahead and clear with KC5, Real Big Guns. Okay, if you'd like to get on the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Phil from Canal Fulton. Good evening. I'm a short time here, no traffic. Back to net control.
Okay, Phil, that sounds good. We have you on as in and out. I'll go ahead and clear with Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. If anybody else would like to join our net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Okay, it's getting quiet, but so far we've built up a pretty good list. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Oh, silence. Okay, if you'd like to join our net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo. Chris and Medina.
Okay, KD2HCE, are you going to be here for the full net and the trivia?
Yes, sirree, Mike.
Okay, Chris, that sounds good. Andy is doing trivia. I'm sure he'll come up with something good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KD2HCE. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Okay, I have time for a few more. If you'd like to join us, come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, please. Looks like I got everybody that wanted to get checked in. So, the Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, and the Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you'd like to join us, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, please.
KE8QWE, KD8SLG, recheck.
Okay, Nick, KD8SLG.
Thank you, Mike. A couple things. I just want to make sure that Oklahoma's hearing us now. It appears that they should be linked up now, so hopefully the guys can hear us out there. And I want to throw a hearty welcome out there to Shar and Joe, KE8YVZ and KE8YSM. Talked to them for a few minutes this afternoon, and glad to hear they made it in here tonight. So welcome. It's KD8SLG, back to net control.
W8WKY.
Okay, that sounds good. So far it looks like we have Shannon, and I haven't been able to get a hold of Ray, and I haven't been able to get a hold of Alan. So hopefully they are with us. Okay, I got time for a couple more. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Kilo India 5 Delta Alpha Yankee KI5DAY. We're hearing you in Oklahoma.
Okay, KI5DAY. Alan, I'm sure that you're going to be here for the full net and going to have an alternate trivia question. These are always great. And I usually go with Colonel Cornwaldo Bean because I'm sure that he has done a tremendous amount of interesting things in his work.
Yeah, he did make the alternate trivia question tonight, as a matter of fact, or at least part of his family did. So I'm typing it up now as we speak. It will be popping up in the blue screen very shortly, and when you're ready for me to read it, I will. KI5DA1.
Okay, I will go ahead and clear with KI5DAY. Well, my shift is over. We had a nice orderly pre-check. I'd like to thank everybody for their cooperation. This is Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Whiskey Echo. I would like to transfer control to KE8QKO. Nick, it's all yours, buddy.
KE8QKO. Thank you, Mike. Fine business on the pre-show tonight, as always. And good evening, and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar, KE8QKO, and I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WAWKY-R. This is directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters. So we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Nothing heard? Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo 5, Oscar Sierra Bravo, K5 OSB Lloyd in Tulsa. Check in only.
All right, only K5 OSB out of Tulsa. Lloyd checking in there in and out. That's all we got. Looks like Mike did a pretty good job on the pre-show. All right, only so before we start running through our check-ins here, I'm going to head up to AB8MO, Andy, our master of, well, first master of trivia for the evening, our primary question. Andy, go ahead and take it away. Our master of, well, Andy, our master of, well, first master of trivia for the evening, our primary question.
All right, Nick at Nite, this is AB8MO. I guess I could come through on 015, but I'm on my own node right now. Got W8OK linked up. I wonder if Joe down in the lines knows about this. Probably not. I could come through on 015, but I'm on my own node right now. But anyway, trivia question for tonight. In honor of KAVKA's trivia, of course, Josh had to check in and out, but I had this lined up for him. How many states? Oh, yeah. He did say one of the answers was the Commonwealth of Cornwallis beans. So I have to have this question up here. How many states have Commonwealth in their official state name? Again, how many states have Commonwealth in their official state name? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? That's A, B, C, D, respectively. And as a bonus, if you're so smart, which state or states? Back she comes. This is AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. That's a fine question. I'm gonna have to think about that because I think the number of states is not equal to the actual number of commonwealths. If I'm thinking about it correctly. I don't want to give any of that away, but also I could be wrong because I've been wrong a lot on these trivia questions, so don't take that for the great assault, anyone who's listening. All right, next we're going to go up to our alternate question master this evening, KI5DAY Alan. Would you like to read your question for the crowd?
KI5DAY, and yeah, sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Nick. Tonight's alternate trivia question. Well, first let me answer for the regular trivia question for my answer now so I don't forget. I'm going to go with, for the main trivia question, I think it was C for 3, if I'm not mistaken. If C was 3, that's what I'm going for, and I'm going to say the 3 states that pop in my head are Massachusetts, Virginia, and Rhode Island. There you go. There's my guess for that. I'll let this drop, and then I'll give you tonight's alternate trivia. All right, here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia question. In the animal kingdom, it is now known that a sloth, yes, the tree-hugging sloth, can hold its breath underwater longer than A, whale, B, a dolphin, C, an octopus, or D, Colonel Cornwallis Bean's goldfish. Again, in the animal kingdom, it is now known that a sloth can hold its breath underwater longer than A, whale, B, a dolphin, C, an octopus, or D, Colonel Cornwallis Bean's goldfish. There you go. Tonight's alternate trivia question. KI5DAY.
All right, Alan, another fine question I'm going to have to think about. I know sloths move very slow, so maybe they don't use nearly as much oxygen when they move because they're slow movement. We've all seen that movie, what was it? I forget the name of the movie now. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll make a fool of myself by not saying the movie that I was starting to think of. And thank you for your answer, or your question. And next, we will start going through our list of check-ins. Before I start doing that, I'm going to identify, because it's getting close to that time anyway. This is K8QKO on the W8WKY repeater, and I am running through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. We are going to start with W3ETB. Eddie. Sorry, my has another window blocking the preferred name column. So, Eddie, go ahead and take it away.
The delayed reaction there, Nick and Nite. I have a lot of those delayed reactions myself. Anyway, actually, the trivia questions. Well, the first one, the only one I know that had a Commonwealth was because I used to live there. At one point was the Commonwealth of Virginia. So, other than that, I have no idea. So I had to go with A on that question, on that trivia question. And as far as the other trivia question for Alan, the alternate trivia question, I will go with A on that one as well. Going with A and A tonight, all the way. Anyway, turn it back over to you, Nick, and have a great night. This is W3ETB, back to K8KQO.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Eddie. I just want to confirm here, we got you for Alpha and Alpha, correct?
That is a Roger. You got me correct. A and A. That's not American Airlines, Alan.
Oh, definitely copy that, sir. We don't want to trust that American Airlines. You never know what's going to happen. I hear they have some pretty shady mechanics working on their planes, so you have to be a little careful with that. Anyway, next we'll go down to K5CFY. Ray, how you doing tonight, Ray? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
W8QKO. This is K5CFY. Well, good evening, Nick at Nite. Thanks for running that. Done a wonderful job there, as usual. Most everybody down here in Oklahoma didn't get to hear Mike with the prenet. We didn't get hooked up till just a little bit before you took on. Anyway, I'm going to go with B and B for Beacon and Beacon, I guess. But anyway, thanks for getting me in there. Good to hear everybody, and everybody stay safe. I'll hang around and get the answer. K5CFY. Back to you there, Nick at Nite.
All right. Thank you, Ray. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. Next we had K8VKA. Josh, I believe from Ellet, he said, if I heard that correctly, moving in today. And he's in and out. And we'll next go down to WB8GKV. Ed, how you doing tonight, Ed? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
First of all, get the trivias out of the way. I was going to try B for the trivia and B for the extra trivia. Only because I kind of want to stay away from C once in a while. So I figured we'd try Baker and Baker on those because I don't really have I don't know, it's just a guess. So in traffic, I don't know what kind of traffic do we have. Oh, nothing much there. I've thought. Once I get thinking, I'll probably figure something out. But no real traffic tonight. We'll just say good evening all the way around on the net there. I'm hoping I'm getting in okay because I am on the link now instead of over to the other one. But usually it seems to be making it in, so the link seems to be working. So that's the second deal. And let's see what else is going on. Let's just say good evening all the way around. No real traffic there. WBAG-KV Wadsworth.
All right, thank you, Ed. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. Next, we had WB4AIZ. Chalker checked in and out. We are down to KD8VYT. Russ, the food master of the Sierra Club, our gourmet chef extraordinaire. Go ahead and take it away, Russ.
Well, hello there, boys and girls. The trivia for tonight, the number one question is 4. And I'm going to say the number 2, Alan's question, is a whale. So those are my answers, 4 and whale. I don't remember the letters. Everybody have a good night. This is KD8VYT.
All right, Russ, thank you. We got you down there for Delta and Alpha for your trivia answers. And we are down to KC8EEY. Dave, how you doing tonight, Dave? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Good evening to the net and those that are listening. Sitting here contemplating the real meaning of life. Well, let me get to trivia questions out of the way first. For the Commonwealth, I think I'll go with D, as in David. And for the extra points there, I don't remember the letter for it, but I think dolphin. So it put me down as D for the Commonwealth and dolphin for breathing shorter than a sloth. But the meaning of life, I was just thinking here, if a cow doesn't give milk, is it a milk dud or is it an utter failure? I'll let you know what I've decided about that. Back to the net. This is KC8EY.
All right, thank you there, Dave. We got you down for Delta and Bravo, and I'll toss this out there. Kind of mix it up a bit. What if it's an utter dud? I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of the two. Anyway, we'll go down next to, all right, next we had KA8MNT Tom, who was in and out. We had K8HNK Elmer, who was in and out. And we are down to KG4SCK Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? KG4SCK Mark. I saw something show up in my waterfall, and I'm not sure if you were trying to get in. If you were not hitting the repeater. Maybe you want to try again. K8QKO. KQKO, somebody's keying the repeater there, and I heard a very, very brief partial word of something or static. possibly KG4 SDK, I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what to do, Mark. Try to keep an eye on things. Maybe there's something not quite right with your equipment. And I put you down on my get back to later list, and I will get back to you later to make sure, see if you can get reconnected in. We're going to step down next to K8 VZA Eric. How you doing tonight, Eric? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
KE8QKO and the net. This is KE8VZA. How you doing there, Nick and Nite? Hope everybody else is doing great. Trivia, I'm going to go with answer B because I think it's 2 states, and I think they're Pennsylvania and Virginia. Those 2 are the ones that come to the forefront of my brain. Alternate trivia, good question there, too. That's a head scratcher. I'm going to go with B, Bravo for Dolphin. And what else? Saturday, our Norse Club here had a lunch at a place called the Dog House in Elyria near Lorraine Community College. And lo and behold, 3 members of Sarah showed up, and was great to see them. Mark SCK, Nick SLG, and Ron LNK, and BRT, the big red truck, of course. Vice Presidential limo. So anyway, all we needed was Colonel Cornwaldo bean, and it would have been complete. But that's about all I have. Had a good, relaxing weekend. About ready to go to bed after the net and hit the deck running in the morning. This is KE8VZA. Back to you, Nick at Night.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Eric. Got you down for Bravo and Bravo, and yeah, it'd be fun to have the good colonel show up at a meeting someday. Maybe we can arrange that. That'd be kind of fun. Anyway, next we're going to go down to KC3. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to identify this as KE2KO and the WWKY repeater running through check-ins for the Beacon Net. And next we are down to KC3 QFC Mike. How you doing, Mike? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
KC3 QFC.
KC3 QFC, KUQKO. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Foxtrot Charlie. Not sure what happened there. I was assuming you were passing it off to me, and then the node got locked up. Didn't know what happened there. We'll start out with trivia. The very first one, we are going to say E as in Delta for 4 of them. And if I remember right, it would be the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky are the 4, if I remember correctly. As far as the second trivia, bottle cap rules here and say B as in Bravo. Not much going on this weekend. Was quite enjoyable for me. Spent some time, took the girlfriend out for dinner there, and really enjoyed myself. Did a little bit of traveling around, and picked up a new Peterson pipe to smoke on the front porch, and man, I forgot how smooth they were. But definitely able to sit back and contemplate life. It's a lost art that was lost, but I don't know, maybe it'll make a comeback. Other than that, see, well, we had some localized flooding up there in Canandaigua, New York there. I've seen a couple homes that looked like they were under some pretty decent water there. But it seems like the floodwaters are finally receding, so hopefully those families didn't lose too much and don't have too much damage when they can get back into the home. Other than that, the highways and byways seem to be treating me pretty good. Other than the wet roads, not much going on. At least it's not hot. With that, we'll send it back to net control. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Foxtrot Charlie.
All right, thank you there, Mike. We got you down for Delta and Bravo. And before I continue on, it appears I missed a short time, and I truly apologize for that. We had K8YBZ, who was short time. See if she's still out there, and see if she can get back to us. Char, go ahead and take it away. K8YBZ, Charlene, I'm seeing activity on the waterfall, but I'm not hearing anything. Can you try to retransmit for me? K8QKO.
K8QKO, K8SLG. What are we waiting for here?
K8SLG, I was trying to reach K8YBZ. Perhaps I missed the short time and she wasn't able to get in there. So I'm going to have to go back up to my list here and maybe try to reach out later if she can recheck if she's listening. And we had K8QFT, who was Uncle Fred, checked in and out. We had K8TQR, Keith, who checked in and out. We are down to K8BHQ, Benjamin. How you doing tonight, Benjamin? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
This is KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good. Spent the whole weekend down on the boat fishing. Brought home a couple catfish, fried them up, and it was all going good till I started having problems with this cable, but luckily I just got an email saying I'm going to have a new one on the way, so that should be taken care of soon. For the trivia, I'm going to go with C. Charlie for the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and the Commonwealth of Rhode Island, I think. And for the bonus trivia, I'm going to go with B. Dolphin. And that's about all I have, so I'm going to give it back to net control.
K8BHQ, thank you, sir. We got you down there for Charlie and Bravo. Next, we're going to go down to K8QOY, Joe. How you doing tonight, Joe? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
And no traffic really. I'm just trying out the FT897D. I just got back from being repaired by Ham Repair in San Antonio, Texas. So far, I think I'm very impressed with the work they did for the price. Trivia, main trivia, I'm going to go with D for Delta, but the only ones I can remember are the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Not sure about the other two because my memory is not there. The alternate trivia, we're going to go with C for octopus. I don't know whether that's anywhere even close, but that sounds like the best guess. Okay, back to you, Nick.
K8QKO. Thank you, Joe. Got you down there for Delta and Charlie. And this is K8QKO. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, K8QOY. Got you down for Delta and Charlie. This is K8QKO on the WWKI repeater going through your check-ins for the BeaconNet. And it looks like we might have Mark back with us. So we're gonna go up to KG4 SCK Mark and see if he's able to get back in with us. Mark, go ahead and take it away.
Hello, guys. Good evening. Sorry for that brief technical difficulty. Had a great weekend visiting the other club and everybody, and baked some sourdough bread, and that was pretty tasty. Let me get to the trivia question. I thank W3ETB for giving me a tip on one. My wife would hit me in the head if I didn't know the other. So I know there's definitely two out there. I can't tell what the other answer is for sure. So I'm going to go with Bravo 2, Kentucky and Virginia. And the alternate question, oh my gosh, Alan. I don't know. The octopus one, Charlie, I want to say A, but the octopus. Okay. KG4SCK, back to net control. Good evening, Nick and everyone.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Got you down for Bravo and Charlie. Yeah, these answers, I thought I knew the answer, and I'm starting to wonder if I knew the answer or not. With all the ones that are coming out, thinking, yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, so we are back down on our list, and we are going to go to KI5DAY Alan. What traffic do you have for the net this evening, Alan?
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, Nick. Well, I can give a traffic report, I guess, but I really don't want to do that, so we'll skip that and just say howdy and hope everybody's doing well. And that's not nice, Dustin, what he said in the window. I have feelings, and people keep forgetting that. I do have friends, but, you know, although they might be a little bit imaginary, a couple of them, but they're good friends, and they don't treat me wrong like that. So anyways, no, just hanging out here, chilling like a villain. Bit my tongue earlier at dinner. That was great. I was having dinner with some friends from my church, and I bit my tongue. And like I said, in the blue screen, it's always entertaining to do that, and your tongue swells up just enough that you'll get to bite it again at some point during the week, and you're like, oh, yeah. But, all is good. I'm having a relaxing evening now, just having a good time here, and interesting answers to the trivia questions for sure, so I'm enjoying that. They're both rather interesting, to say the least, but I will send it back to you, KI5DAY, back to net control. Toot-toot.
All right, thank you, Alan. Yeah, biting the tongue is bad. I get that way with biting my cheek. Sometimes I'll chew on one side too much, and I'll bite my cheek, and then it swells up, and I keep biting it for the next week or two until the swelling goes down. That's never a fun time. All right, and we're going to try one more time to see if she's out there. I know she was short time, and she wasn't able to reach us, but you never know. Maybe she's by radio again. Go to KE8YVZ. Charlene, if you're out there, go ahead and come back to us, please. All right, nothing heard there. I apologize. I missed her a short time and didn't get in soon enough. And next station we have here, it's an in-and-out station, but he said he was in and out. I remember hearing this because he was a new ham, just got his license yesterday, and that is K8YSM. Joe, there it is. And Joe, I'm going to say, I know you're listening. You said you were going to listen, try to get the handle on how things work, but I'll say how things work. You say your call sign. You give us the answers for trivia question if you choose to, and maybe a little traffic of what's going on in your life and what's happening around you. You don't have to come back to me if you don't want to. I understand that I'm not going to be pushy about that, but I will say that if you're new to him, getting on the air and doing it is the best way to learn, and we will not judge too harshly. Anyway, K8YSM, if you want to come back to us, you're welcome to. If you want to stay in and out, you can stay silent, and we'll go from there. K8QKO. All right, nothing heard from Joe. He's probably still listening. I know that it can be intimidating when you first get your license. I've been there. We've all been there. But we look forward to hearing him on the radio as we move forward. Anyway, next we had KD7YLV, Tim, who was in and out. Now we are down to KC5, Real Big Guns Shannon, who his answer's already written down his answer's already written down. But if he wants to change the great state of Oklahoma to something else, he's welcome to. Shannon, what is your traffic for the net this evening?
Howdy, and boy, you got my answer right. And having a pretty good day. I woke up really late. Of course, I was up till about 7 this morning before I finally got to sleep. So that was, one of those things that I wish I could get to sleep better, but it is what it is. But tonight I went over and the ex-wife needed some help getting her prescriptions at Walgreens, so we went over to do that. And then after that we went over and ate some lunch. So, dinner, I guess, is what they would technically be. But, did that and got home, and now I'm relaxing with the dog with my Hurricane Force floor fan blowing this 66-degree air around my room, making it, the wind chill's probably 45. Loving it. I'll let you go ahead and get on down the list there. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns, saying God bless, and 73, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Enjoy that fan blowing air around. I know I have to turn mine off when I'm doing the nets because otherwise, I've tried doing the nets with the fan on, and it provides some noise on the radio that people don't like. Anyway, got your answer down for the great state of Oklahoma, and we are down to WV3K Bill, who was in and out. And next we will go to KD2HCE Chris. How you doing, Chris? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Hello, everyone on the Beacon Net. This is KD2HCE. Not much. Everyone's doing good. Ex-Whale's birthday was yesterday, so we had a good day, and now she's out with her friends. They got her a cake, so I get to play radio again tonight. Trivia questions were easy for me. Andes, the 4 states with Commonwealth in them, I've driven in all of them, so I'm going to abstain from that one because I've actually driven. I actually drive through one of them on the way back to New York. I'll leave it at that. So that's an easy one. And it's just easy for me. Now, the other one, Alan's, I'm a sloth person. I have a T-shirt that has sloths and space on it. And you have to say it slowly, like that old movie of a different genre of In Space. It was a Mel Brooks movie, but we say it with that intonation of sloths in space. So, yeah, you'll see. If you catch me on a good day, I'll wear the sloths in space shirt. But, yeah, I'll abstain from that one also. They're easy for me, so I'll not give them away. But it's all good. I hope everyone's well. And just remember that we've had some solar flares lately. Last Saturday was a bummer on Haiti. But I think it's getting better, and conditions tonight were real good. Remember to go check out the American Samoa and the other thing of it's American Samoa and Timor-Leste, which are 4W6RU and KH8RRC. Both of those are ATNO, so if you can grab them, go get them. If you have 15 meters, that's where you probably get them faster than anywhere else. So with that, I hope everyone's well. We'll catch you soon. KD2, HCE, back to that.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Chris. Got you down. I think that you've driven through all the Commonwealth, and that you're standing for the alternate trivia question. And next on our list was K5OSB Lloyd, who checked in and out. Okay, this is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater. I'm at the bottom of my list. I'm ready to take additional check-ins for the BeaconNet. So anyone who would like to check in, please go ahead and call now.
KD8DLJ Mobile.
All right, I'll take it right there. We have KD8DLJ. Ralph, how you doing tonight, Ralph? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Oh, I'm back on nights. That's why I haven't been around, and I'm waiting to get loaded. I did not hear either of the trivia questions, but I'll let you get them too. I'm waiting to get loaded. I'm on a run where I'll be doing up to 90 and across the rain 5 nights a week, and about 5 nights. So you might be hearing from me. And I had an MMDVM hotspot, and I couldn't get a step playing with Brick. I bought a little bit of a newer computer because it runs Windows 10, and I needed that for Wires X because I bought a TM200. So I plugged the hotspot into it, and lo and behold, it's not bricked. For some reason, I must have had 2 USB ports on the computer. That had Windows 7 on it. But so I can get that working. I have VMware. Got DroidStar working this week. I'm not really impressed or DMR as far as the sound, but hey, when you're at home and you're somebody like me that's up all night, it's sometimes you just want somebody to talk to while you're having a beer in the garage, smoking that pipe with cigarette tobacco. Anyway, I'll hand it back to Net Control. Happy, everybody. KD8DLJ, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ralph. I'm not sure how much time you have to get loaded there, but it might be a good opportunity to reread the questions anyway. So we'll go back up to 88MO to read the primary question for the evening. Andy, take it away.
All right. I managed to get my microphone down without keying it. Although you did hear a kerchunk, but that was after it was in my hand. All right. Hello, Ralph. All right, I'd be happy to read you tonight's trivia question for a nominal fee. All right. Back, let's see here, on Sunday, one of the answers for Josh's question was the Commonwealth of Cornwall beans. So in honor of that answer, here is the following question. How many U.S. states have Commonwealth in their official state name? Again, how many U.S. states have Commonwealth in their official state name? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? That's A, B, C, D, respectively. And as a bonus, can you name any of them? Back she comes, ABMO.
ABMO, KE8D. Hey, I thought there was 5, but I'm going to say 4. That being Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Pennsylvania, that is. Back to you, KE8DLJ.
All righty, I'm not in control. I'll just throw it back to Nick. Got you down for Massachusetts, Rhode Island, PA, and Virginia.
Or 3, actually.
QKO from ABMO.
And then we had an alternate question, so we're going to go up to Alan, KI5DAY, to see what his alternate question is. Alan, go ahead and take it away. KF5DAY, Alan, would you like to reread the alternate question for us?
KI5BAY, sure, I'll read it real quick. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, in the animal kingdom, it is known that a sloth, the tree-hugging sloth, he can hold its breath underwater longer than A, a whale, B, a dolphin, C, an octopus, D, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean's goldfish. In the animal kingdom, it is known that a sloth can hold its breath underwater longer than A, whale, B, a dolphin, C, an octopus, or D, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean's goldfish. KI5BAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Ralph, would you like to answer the alternate question?
I sure would. I'd also like to get it right, but I'm not too sure about that. I'm going to say it is a dolphin. And then I'm going to go in and check and see if my load's ready. But I'll probably be back. I think I've probably got another hour, unfortunately. So I believe that is Bravo for dolphin. Thank you very much, KE8DLJ.
All right, thank you, Ralph. We got you down for Delta and Bravo, and we are back at the bottom of our list. You're welcome to recheck with us anytime if you have another hour or so while you're loading. So if you want to listen and recheck, you're always happy to take it. We are back at the bottom of our list. This is KJQKO and the WWKY repeater taking check-ins for the BeaconNet. Anyone who would like to check in, please say your call sign alphabetically, followed by phonetically, or phonetically followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Alpha 8, Golf, Kilo Golf, John, and Akron.
Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, BK2ZY, Robert Usage.
we'll try it again. King Charles 8, Fox Queen Victor, KC8 FQV Mark.
Kilo November 4, India Mike, KN4 IIM, Hugh, Florida.
Kilo Echo 5, November Charlie Papa, Tom, Osage County, Oklahoma.
All right, we have a nice orderly list of check-ins there. And first we had KAA8, GFG John. We had VK2DY Robert. We had WB8CXO Mike. We have KC8FQD Mark. We have KN4IIM Hugh. And then we have KE5NCP Tom. So we're going to go up the list here. We're going to go to KA8GKG John. What traffic do you have for the net this evening, sir?
Yes, good evening and hello to everyone on the net. I just wanted to check in with everybody and say hello, 73, and hope everybody had a nice weekend. I got to work today. Isn't that nice? But the good news is I worked the 13 colonies on 20 meters. I got all 13, and I got 2 bonus on 15 meters last night. First time I ever worked 15, and I got what I think is the 2 bonus stations. I have to confirm that, but they were 5 and 9, and I was 5 and 9, and the band was really HF was really hopping last night. Later, kind of like right about now. And I had a blast. So I guess the first time for me, I got my 13 colonies and made all the contacts and the 2 bonus stations. As far as the trivia and the alternative, I didn't hear, and the alternative trivia, I don't have a clue. Okay, not much else. Just hello to everyone, 73, and back to net control, KA8 at GKG.
All right, thank you, John. Just to confirm, you think we got down there for Charlie, and you're abstaining for the second question, correctly? You're correct?
I'm not sure. Was that a question?
Yeah, I just want to confirm that you were answering 3, Charlie, for the first question and abstaining for the second question.
No, I didn't hear the first question, and I don't know what the answer is, so I don't have a clue about any of it, so I'll just have to pass.
All right, copy that, sir. Thank you. Next we had VK2DY Robert. Hello, Robert. What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY in Kellyville Ridge, New South Wales. An old part of the urban sprawl that is Sydney. It's 18 degrees Celsius here, about 64 Fahrenheit. We're not going to get any warmer. It's winter. What do you expect? Let's see. Tomorrow I'm going out whale watching. During the winter, the Arctic Ocean becomes too cold for the whales, and they swim up the east coast of Australia. And right about now, most of them are off the coast of Sydney. So I'm going to go out tomorrow and take a little cruise on the Pacific and see some whales, hopefully. Most people who go out on these cruises this time of year definitely see whales, so it should be good. Other than that, not much else happening. I'm going to guess 4 for the first question. At one point, I actually lived in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And I'm also going to guess, I'm going to agree with the dolphin for the sloth question. VK2DY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Robert. Got you down there for Delta and Bravo. Next, we go down to WB8CXO. Mike, how you doing tonight, Mike? What traffic do you have for that this evening? All right, thank you, Mike. Got you down there for Charlie and Charlie. And next we go down to KC8FQV, Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
All right, we'll try it again. It didn't work the first time. Okay, CFQV. The second time. Well, I'm going to say whale. And it's going to be Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Commonwealth, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Kentucky. And, well, not much else ever happening. My mom got some stuff on auction, so I went and carried it out from the sale. And, yeah, I picked up a little battery charger, 3,600 milliamp for the phone, so I can charge it if I am away from AC. I got to find the other ones, but I picked that. That was a pretty good size, 3,600 milliamp. But not much else here happening. You know, I can't believe it's July. But things have not been working well with this system here. I have to keep figuring out all these different things. So, back it comes. KCFQV.
All right, thank you, Mike. Got you down there for Delta and Alpha. Next, we go down to KN4IIM, Hugh. How you doing tonight, Hugh? What traffic do you have for that this evening?
Good evening. Not much. I'm just sitting reviewing for general that I'm wanting to take next month, listening to the net. As for the trivia, I'd go with 4, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and Virginia. And then for the bonus, I'd say Bravo and Dolphin. Really it. Kilo November 4, India Mike.
All right, thank you. Got you down there for Delta, and I did not catch the alternate, but I believe the net logger did. It'll show up there in a moment. And next we are going to go down to KE5NCP, Tom. How you doing tonight, Tom, and what traffic do you have for that this evening?
Blocked. Blocked.
QKO, KDPC.
KDPC, KAQKO.
W8WKY.
I'm just trying to make sure that wasn't you. I don't know what was going on, but carry on, my friend.
Copy that, sir. K5NCP, Tom. This is KAQKO. Could you come back to us with your traffic, please?
Okay, we'll see if it's working here. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It sounded like everything dropped out of the repeater there for a little bit. Not sure what was going on. But anyway, I don't know if we're making it in or not. We'll find out here in a minute. I guess we got, yeah, as Alan says, our node acting up. Yeah, something's acting up in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, not much going on here today. We've just been piddling around, and been a nice night this evening so far, down to 76 degrees, and it's not all that bad. It's pretty humid though. Got my envelope ready to send into the 13 colonies with my money in the envelope and the whole 9 yards. Looking forward to getting that certificate with the clean sweep deal on that, and. Let's see, for trivia, let's see what I wrote it down here. Yeah, I'm going to go D as in Delta for the primary trivia question with Virginia, Massachusetts, Penn, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky. And with the B, the alt trivia question, I think that's a trick question. But anyway, I'm going to go with B as in dolphin. B as in boy, as in dolphin. KE5NCP 73.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Delta and Bravo. And we are back at the bottom of our list. This is KAQKO and the WWKY repeater, taking check-ins for the BeaconNet. Anyone who would like to check in, please go ahead and call now with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Blocked. Blocked.
All right, this is KAQKO and the WWKY repeater. Looks like we have a node malfunctioning. Anyway, if you're hearing me and you would like to check into the BeaconNet, please call in with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
November 4, Uniform Papa Charlie, N4 UPC, Scott, Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I'll be in and out. Good evening.
All right, I had N4 UPC, Scott, who is in and out. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please go ahead and call now. All right, nothing heard. If you try to get in and we didn't hear you, I apologize. I'm going to try to get back to you later. But I think at this point we're going to go back up to our net control team and see what their traffic is this evening. We're going to start with K8QWE, Mike. How you doing tonight, Mike, and what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, let's see. Today I went to church, came home, and I did some things around the house. I took a nap, nothing too awful spectacular. Yesterday I went down to the Voice of America Museum. I guess it's technically a Westchester address. I always just say it's in Mason. That was nice. They have a huge ham shack with probably, I don't know, 8, maybe 10 radios and a slew of antennas. I kind of like going there because I check into the Cincinnati Liars Net, and a lot of those guys are in there. That is the actual club that runs the net. So it was nice to go on down and say hi to some folks. Other than that, I haven't been up to a whole lot. I did some of the 13 colonies between running in and out of the house and things like that. Really never got as much done in that as I would have liked, but oh well. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8QKO. See you later, folks. Have a great night. Oh, trivia. How could I forget trivia? I'm going to go with D&D. I believe there was 4 QKO. See you, folks.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Got you down for Delta and Delta. And next we go down to KD8SLG. Nick, how you doing tonight, Nick? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
KE8QKO, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick, and all of the Beacon netizens. What do I have tonight? Well, I just picked up the wrong microphone to start with. So there you go. Let's start with trivia before I forget. I'm going with 4 for the Commonwealths. I know at least 2 of them, and a couple more have been added through the conversations tonight, and I have the advantage of going at the end. So I know Pennsylvania and Virginia are 2 of them. I'm pretty sure about Maryland. Not Maryland, Massachusetts, I think. And I'm going to go with Kentucky. So those are my 4 there, Andy. Pennsylvania, Virginia, Massachusetts, and Kentucky. And for Alan. Hi. The alternate question tonight. I have to always say Colonel Cornwaldo Bean, but fishes don't hold their breath there, Alan. So the goldfish is out tonight, even Colonel Cornwaldo beans. So I'm going to go with dolphin. So there. What else? Great weekend, man. It was great seeing the Norse folks up at the big dog thing yesterday. We had a great lunch, and we had a good time palling around there. And if Josh and Lucy are listening out in their new home, well, we were poking fun at you having to move in the rain. We really were. And Mansfield Hamfest yesterday, or a trunk fest of sorts. There were probably 30 trunks open, and that was a good time. And I know there's another fest coming up this week. So that would be the 15th there. And there's that Northeast Ohio ham roundup thing going on at Lake Milton. And if y'all don't know about that, send me an email and I'll send you the specifics. But from 10 to 6, you can stop in, get a free meal. It's going to be a fox hunt at 2 o'clock. Should be a good time. So let me know if you don't know about getting there, and we'll work something out. I'm going to be out of town, but I'm going to make my way back there to make sure because I don't say no to free lunch. This is KD8SLG, back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Nick. Yeah, that's actually sounds fun this weekend. Unfortunately, I have other plans, or I'd probably hop on that wagon I also would like a free lunch when I can get it. And we got you, Delta, and apparently, hey, as per the screen here. And next we go down to KD8 EPC, Dustin. Hello, Dustin. What traffic do you have for that this evening?
Well, good evening, Nick at Night, and everybody here on the Beacon Net. Not much for traffic. Back's been hurting a little bit. Well, quite a bit. Only worked about half an hour a day and took the rest of the day icing it and resting mostly. Otherwise, not much going on here. Hoping it'll feel better this week and I can get some things done on my days off. As far as the trivia goes, I'm going to go with answer D, and I think that it's Massachusetts, Virginia, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania. And for Alan's trivia, Alan, I am going to go with answer B. So there you go. This is KD8EPC, back to net control. Have a great evening.
All right, Dustin, hope your back feels better. We got you down there for Delta and Bravo. And I am also going to go with Delta for the same states, Massachusetts, Virginia, Kentucky, PA. I knew Massachusetts and Virginia. I forgot about Kentucky, PA, but since I was listening to that, I remember those correctly, thanks to all the other folks who answered them. And Rhode Island, I don't believe it has the name, or I want to say Moldovine, it's not right. Commonwealth in their name, so I don't think that's correct. Anyway, so my alternate answer is also going to be Bravo. So we'll see how that works out for us. And I'm doing that because I believe Andy, ABNMO, might be about to turn into a pumpkin, and we're going to him next. Andy, go ahead and take it away.
That's cool. We got a subsequent double ID, my Node ID'd and the local repeater ID'd at the same time. KAQKO from ABNMO. Yeah, I'm ready to turn to a pumpkin. I like to try to get to bed a little earlier. Normally tomorrow's a work day, but I have a vacation day. It's my annual outing with a couple ham buddies, local ham buddies. We live pretty close proximity to each other. We meet at a local restaurant up in Burton and have breakfast once a month. So that's what I'm doing. Alrighty. You know what? For the alternate trivia question, I think Colonel Cornwaldo's goldfish lives on land. So I think this. I think it's a breathing, lung-breathing apparatus somehow. So I'll still go with D. And you're right, I'll just roll into the answer. Okay, I seem to be swaying back and forth here. For a while I was stumping everybody, and I think I'm getting to the point where I'm making these too easy. But we had, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 completely correct answers with the bonuses. And Robert and Sydney get some bonus points for mentioning any state. But the answer was D, Delta. Commonwealth is a term used by 4 of the 50 states of the United States in their official state names. Commonwealth is a traditional English term used to describe a political community as having been founded for the common good. The 4 states are Kentucky, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. And just to give you some support there, Nick at Night, you are correct. There are other U.S. possessions that are called Commonwealths. That's why I said state is the key word. That's all I got from Central Geauga County. This is Amateur Radio Station Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar. Back to net.
All right, thank you, Andy. Fine business on the trivia as usual. And while we're at it, we'll go down to KI5DAY, Alan, and hear the answer for the alternate question. Alan, go ahead and take it away.
KI5DAY, let me make sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I heard that, whatever that is, keying up again. All right, tonight's alternate trivia question. In the animal kingdom, it is now known that a sloth can hold its breath underwater longer than A, a whale, B, a dolphin, C, an octopus or an octopi, whatever you want to call it, or D, Colonel Cornwall Bean's guppies. Well, it is known that guppies and octopi do not hold their breath. They are water-breathing. One of them's an invertebrate, and the other one's like an animal. The fish is actually considered animal, I believe. But anyways, with that, a whale can hold its breath between 60 to 90 minutes. A dolphin can hold its breath underwater for 10 to 15 minutes before it has to breathe. A sloth can hang in there close to 40 minutes. So if you answered B, dolphin, that is correct. A sloth can hold his breath underwater longer than a dolphin. Isn't that crazy? KI5DAY, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Alan. That is good information to know. I was not aware sloths could hold their breath like that. So we always learn something new every day. Okay, we are run through our list of check-ins and in-and-outs and beacon net controllers, and we've gotten our trivia answers. And this is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater, and I'm going to do one more list of check-ins now that the trivia is completed for any last-minute stragglers out there that would like to check into the beacon net. Anyone who would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Charlie 0 Lima Romeo Mike, KC 0 LRM Kelly in Tulsa.
All right, we have one more there. We had KC0 LRM Kelly. Go ahead and take it away, Kelly.
Okay, thanks for getting me in there. Well, sorry I missed the trivia. Got a little tied up doing something and just barely got back here in time. Appreciate you getting me in there, and hope everybody had a good day out there and didn't work too hard, and especially not going to work too hard tomorrow because, you know, everybody back to the grind tomorrow. So that's about all I got. I would have picked D anyway, would have been my choice. So that's because I think several guys picked before me, so that's what I would have probably picked. All right. Well, thanks for getting me in there, and I think I'm the last one, so I'll let you get the net closed there. Everybody have a great day out there. 73s, KC0 LRM is clear.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm sure we can mark you down for D posthumously there, and appreciate you getting in with us. And I guess you're closing us up here, so that's the other things. And we'll say, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8QWE, KD8SLG, KD8EBC, and AB8MO, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us in the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink Whiskey 8 Whiskey-R. You're welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey repeater. Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KE8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
KD8 SLG, KE8 DLJ.
K88DLJ, KD8SLG. Just a second there, Ralph. Scott, if you're still listening, N4UPC. That was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago where someone cut in on the pre-show and said, hey, why are you guys here having a net? It's our time. And they didn't know how to unlink us, so I offered to unlink them from us, and I did so. But obviously it was somebody somebody was linked up that shouldn't have been linked up to the DDI that was coming into here because you guys automatically link up with us. So it was just one of those really strange situations where there were net control operators who didn't understand how the Allstar linking was working. I was going to type that out for you, but NetLogger just got closed quite quickly without any warning. So, Scott, N4UPC, I hope you heard this. Ralph, KDSLG, K8DLJ, what's up, buddy?
Let me wait and see if Scott has a reply to you. I just wanted to know what the answers to the trivia questions were, because I had to hook up my tractor, K8DLJ. Sorry if I jumped in front of you, Scott.
Hey, no problem, gentlemen. Yeah, Nick, I think what we're going to have to do here is what we've done with a couple of other nets, and that is before we connect with you guys, I'm going to put an announcement file that plays on all of our nodes to let people know that this is the next net, coming up. We've disconnected from the Sunday night net, and we will be connecting to the Beacon net in 1 minute or whatever. I think I'm going to have to do that. And you're right. We have people connect to us all the time that they don't know how Echolink or Allstar works. Somebody just decided to connect and thought it'd be cool. And sorry about that. N4 UPC.
N4 UPC, KDSLG. Oh, no worries, Scott. It's just, stuff happens. That's all. It's just that, it just needs to be managed in real time. So, sometimes that requires just severing a link. And, it's unfortunate from time to time, but that's just what happens, and such is life. And announcements be cool, and we do appreciate your continuing to connect up to us. We've got some regulars that come in through the DDI, and we appreciate that. So it's all good. No worries, man. It's just sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. That's all. Thanks for reaching out. Good to talk to you. Ralph, before I go back to you, see if Scott's got anything else to add there.
No, nothing to add. Thank you very much. We very much appreciate being able to connect to you guys. You guys do a great net. Nick, I've got your email. I'm going to email you my cell phone number. So in the event this unfortunate situation happens again, you can just shoot me a quick text or whatever, and I can see who's doing what and take care of them. I'll put it that way. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. I'm going to back out of here. Great net as always. Back over to you, sir. N4 UPC.
N4 UPC, KDSLG. Thanks a lot, Scott. We'll talk to you later on. Ralph, K8DLJ. What do you got there, man? You got questions about Wires X?
No, I didn't know. I had to hook up a trailer and inspect it, and I missed the answers to the trivia question. Sorry to disappoint you. K8DLJ, back to you.
Oh, man, you make it sound like I was paying attention or something. So let's see. The trivia answer was 4. Maryland, Virginia, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania are the Commonwealth states. And Alan's answer there was B, Bravo, and I don't even remember which animal that was. I believe it was dolphin. I'll have to go up through the blue screen and find the question again to actually answer that properly. Yes, it was dolphin. Yes. Okay, there you go. So 4, Maryland, Virginia, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and the alternate was dolphin.
I was kind of torn between Rhode Island and Kentucky when they mentioned Kentucky, but I thought Tennessee was a Commonwealth. I used to live there, so I obviously don't know as much as I even didn't think I knew. But no, Wires X is going great. I actually stumbled on a net the other day, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon in the UK, and so I just I'm on it. It's working. I actually my DMR hotspot started working on this computer. I just plugged it in. Oh, poor dear. In town, and so I'm gonna reprogram the. I'll probably have to update it anyway, but it's fired up, and it shows up on my computer. So I'll get the DMR radio and try it. I don't like the sound of it, but it, like I said before, when you're out in the garage and you work nights and you're out in the garage at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, man, sometimes it doesn't matter what mode, you know. It's just somebody to talk to, something to do. I got DroidStar on my phone. I really don't like DroidStar, and someone told me that it works for D-Star, but I think I saw a warning: don't use it. Back to you, KE8DLJ.
Yeah, D-Star is like the last of the proprietary systems out there. So I would, I wouldn't. I have DroidStar on my phone. I don't think I've ever even actually set it up. The DMR hotspot, depending on which version you have, if you update it or upgrade it, it will work better. But if it's working, I'm one of those don't fix it until it's broken kind of guys. So if it's working for you, let it go. And I hate DMR. I'm just gonna say it. Late night confessions on the W8WKY. Just Nick hates DMR. It's exclusive instead of inclusive. That's how I've reduced it to its least common denominator. But I'm glad you got Wires X working, and yeah, that's really cool. You can almost always find something going on Wires X because it's so worldwide, and it's also easier to examine and find where things are going on than, say, the Allstar network, where Allstar will show you connections but not really show you that anything's going on. Whereas Wires X is a little more, if there's a bunch of people somewhere, it's usually because something's going on. So it's a little bit easier to find some business. KD8SLG.
What's a Commonwealth?
W8WKY.
All right, whoever asked that question, you're still keyed up.
Whoever asked what a Commonwealth is, I think you're leaning on the microphone button because I kept getting receive and I heard you breathe. So, and also, If I don't point it out, somebody's going to. I don't want to say it, but you probably should have identified. I'm guilty of that. I'll jump in and ask a question, and then somebody will come back and say, who asked the question? But anyway, I don't know the real difference between a commonwealth and a state. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, there's 50 states, not 50 states plus 4 commonwealths. And Nick, I don't like DMR because I don't like the sound quality. Although some people don't sound that bad, and I think maybe it has something to do with the transmit and receive offset not being really, really, really tuned up, Anyway, Commonwealth question. How about if I just bounce it back to you? This is KD8DLJ.
All right, for the questioner out there, a commonwealth is a traditional English term for a political community founded for the common good. Historically, it has been synonymous with republic. So there you go. The noun commonwealth meaning public welfare, general good, or advantage, which is probably why most of those states that are commonwealths are also from the original 13 colonies. Go figure. So there's that explanation for the questioner on Commonwealth. And DMR actually has very, very good sound quality. The problem overall with it is, well, there's a couple of issues. One, they allow the transcoding from other things. So once you transcode in and out of anything from digital to digital, C4FM to DMR, DMR to C4FM, whatever, something gets lost in the translation. And the other issue I found with DMR is, while it's a wonderful mode, it works very well, is a lot of the radios are of Baofeng quality, let's say. Okay, so you can have the best system in the world, but if you're talking through a $60 radio or a $30 radio, you're not getting the best sound quality out of it because you got a crap microphone going into it. Garbage in, garbage out. KD8SLG.
KD8VYT.
Russ.
I want to know what Wires X is and what I have to do to get it.
Wires X is the backbone digital system that Yaesu uses for its C4FM digital transmissions.
So we probably have to have a separate radio.
You need to have a Yaesu that is C4FM capable, and then you need to have an access point into the Wires X system.
You seem to be the Yaesu expert. Is FT60 compatible?
Negative, I don't think so. I think that's just a straight-up FM analog handy-talkie, as I recall.
It figures. Now I have to buy another radio. My wife is not going to be happy. Anyway, thanks, Nick. KD8VYT.
KD8VYT, have a great night. KD8SLG. K8DLJ. So there's my take on DMR, Ralph. Love it or leave it, whatever, but that's my take on it. KC3, QFC.
Go ahead. Yeah. My Nick, my DMR radio is an Elinko, and I think it's kind of a rebadged Anytone 878. And now that you mention it, I don't see any top end brands really. There might be something out there for DMR, but I don't see them. KE8DLJ, the new guy. To you.
Would I be the new guy? KC3 QFC?
QFC, yes. Thank you. I didn't catch it. I'm driving, and I can't give it enough attention. KE8DLJ, 88 QFC. Back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, KC3 QFC. Yeah, that was a bit of a head scratcher on there. I was scratching my head, new guy. I thought maybe there was somebody else ahead of me, but it's all well and good. DMR, yeah, y'all can keep it. I tried my hand at doing DMR, and well, I gave it up, so somebody else can play on there. Haven't done Wires X yet. Do have that 991 Alpha that I could do Wires X if I could just scratch my head enough and figure out how to set it up to actually use it. But I love Allstar. I can go anywhere in the world. And if you go to the beta live keyed nodes, you'll be able to see where the action is popping. That's just my... well, I would say 2 cents, but Uncle Sam takes his share, so we'll say a 0.5% or a 0.5 cent worth of information and knowledge on my end. Hi. KSLG, KC3, QFC, take it away.
My
QFC, KE8DLJ. Thanks.
SLG.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Well,
good evening there.
Like I was saying, I've had it, and I'm a driver, so and I don't have the same truck every day. Like I'm using a loaner right now.
One of the
mine's
wonders
in the
of
shop.
ham radio,
so
you grab a radio, you can dial up anything,
don't have an install.
And go anywhere.
And I found Echolink, so I'm now using the digital modes at home. Since I work at night, I'm on this run now for the next 4 months probably. So I'll pretty much be up at night.
Set up so that you
I don't want to
this channel
rotate
or that
the day
channel.
shift on my day off, and I don't get 2 days off together.
Getting out,
and then have to rotate back to night to go to work.
The radio can only go here or here.
As many modes as I have,
the business
more modes the better. Kind of.
Site where you
and
only want a couple of guys to be able to.
I noticed there's a lot of places to go on DMR.
$40
so
on the front
that's
and have them
cool.
mess something up and never be able to talk to anybody. So you give them a radio that's programmed to do a certain thing. It has no buttons on it except push to talk, power on and off.
And
that is
setting it up
basically
for Wires
DMR
X
system.
was
Sync police
perfect.
radios.
I mean, it just there were no hitches,
that kind of thing.
no glitches.
So it's really
it went
not
right well. DMR,
it's
took
not
some studying.
it's not a
it didn't seem
ham
intuitive.
radio.
I mean,
do
it worked.
anything you
Once
want
you
with
figured
your
out
radio
how to
kind
do
of
it.
setup.
Of course, the Yaesu radio has a much better manual than the Elinko that I have. Of course, the new Yaesu radio has 5 or 6 much better manuals. There's a little source of confusion there. This is KE8DLJ. Back to you, Nick, if you're still around. KE8SLG.
W8WKY.
I think I was just talking over you there, Ralph. I got a phone call. I got to jump off there, guys. KD to SLG clear.
KC3 QFC returning. Not sure what that other station was that was trying to get in there. You are nothing but static. You might want to add a little bit more power and try again. Oh, Lord, I don't have your call sign rightly recognized, but LJR, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I'm driving myself here. They like to call me FedEx Mike here, so we're out here yanking doubles between Binghamton and Rochester, New York right now. Myself, I'm using an Alinko. Ooh, Lord, I can't remember the model number. It's not the fancy one that's got the APRS or anything in it. Just a standard Alinko. And I have it connected into the Allstar Node, which is actually hooked up to a battery bank right now. It just sits in the passenger seat. I can take it in and out if I need to swap trucks, but primarily, luckily, knock on plastic right now, I've been using the same truck every night right now. But it's all well and good. I completely understand about the mobility. That was one of my biggest problems before I built an Allstar Node to stay connected with my friends down there at the Doylestown repeater. Back over to you, sir. We'll leave a little pause there just in case the other station wants to get back in. KC3, QSA.
KE8DLJ returning. Station trying to make it in. You're almost making it, but I can tell there's a voice, and you're breaking up, and there's a lot of static. So you're almost there. Mike, this is Ralph. I drove for Yellow, and I don't drive for them anymore. I left them last August. And, I was thinking about a mobile hotspot, because I have an MMDVM hotspot, but I had Straight Talk from Walmart, cheapest phone plan I can get. Well, I just got notified yesterday they're part of Verizon now. So if they're going to jack up my phone bill and change a bunch of stuff, then I might go with some other plan where I can hotspot my phone or something like that. I don't want to spend the money to do it, but because I have the computer at home and I have Spectrum at home, so now might maybe time to take a look at a combination plan that combines the computer cable and the telephone. I don't have a TV at home. I have an Alinko DJ MD5, and it was from when they first came out. I've never updated the firmware on that either. There's a lot of revisions on that one. It works good, but I don't think it sounds as good as yours. I knew Allstar, from talking to people, sounded better, but yours sounds as good as anything that I hear out here. Back to you, KE8DLJ. Put a pause maybe for whoever's trying to get in.
This is KE8.
Another station, we got a KC8. That's all we got out of it. Go ahead and try it again.
This is Kilo Echo 8. Yankee Papa Yankee.
And Kilo Echo 8. Oh boy, that was a mindful. Papa Yankee Papa, I believe. Go ahead and pick it up and toss it back over to me. PC3, QFC, Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Foxtrot Charlie.
Kilo Charlie 3. Call signs are hard. This is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Papa Yankee. It sounds like you and I don't know, maybe someone else, but definitely Nick and someone else doubled on this repeater, so I got a laugh out of that.
Hey, Yankee Papa Yankee. I don't know if you dropped off there. I still got a lot of bacon, but you were only making it that time. But I don't know if you dropped off. I didn't hear any other station. Of course, and again, kind of hard to pick with the Allstar there. You got to stay keyed a little bit longer for that to really pick up. Like I said there, I don't rightly know the model off the top of my head. It's just a standard Linko. It kind of reminds me of the old school ICOM. It literally just displays the frequency. I don't know if it's posted on the back of it or not. I'd have to pull the... Oh, sorry. It is the DJ-V Juliet Victor X-Ray 50 model. It is right there on the front. That's what I currently use. I put on the battery for when I jump out of the truck and I want to continue on the conversation, or I go from battery to cigarette lighted battery power, run off the actual vehicle, and keep connected without having to recharge the battery all the time. But I have no problems with this Allstar Node. I've built a couple myself, but unfortunately the ones I had were taken, and I ended up buying this one off of a guy out in California, pre-made, ready to go, and I just left it at that. I didn't have time, and with the Raspberry Pi boards going up in price, I was buying them for $30 a board, and now they're like $100. KD8, oh boy, here we go. Back over to you, KC3, QFC.
KC3, QFC, this is KD8, YP1. Yeah, I've considered getting a Allstar Node, but I need to get into an Allstar Node. I can open up some ports on my router, figure that out. But I've been building some Legos and messing around with some radio today. Just cleaning as well. That's what I've been up to. I'll send this back to you. This is KQ, YPY.
Hey, KC3QFC, let me pick that up real quick. For the Allstar Node, you do not have to open up any ports on your router. I used Allstar without ever opening. The only time you would open a port for Allstar is when you want to use the Supermon application with the Allstar. But for the most part, you don't have to open up anything. It should work just fine. At least I've never had a problem. I've currently got mine running through the hotspot from Verizon without any issues. I've had more problems with Echolink getting that activated, because you got to be able to have some kind of reactive from the node and stuff like that. But Allstar, for the most part, once you get your login information from allstar.net, pretty much plug and play once you get it all installed on the net. LJR, yellow. That's how I'll remember you. I passed a lot of yellow trucks out here on the interstate. Yeah, they still say yellow. I haven't seen any in a while, but we'll pass it over to you. KC3, QSC.
KC3QFC, KE8 Yankee Papa Yankee, greetings, and you're getting in, so I'm going to let you have one more, because we don't know if you're still going to be able to get in. So why don't you come on in and reply to FedEx Mike, and I'll just sit here until you're done. KE8 YPW from KE8 DLJ. That should have been Kilo 8 Yankee Papa Yankee from KE8DLJ.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Papa Yankee. Today I got a new unit for the PM shack. So gotta maybe clean some stuff up, put some parts in there, wash the hose off, and rub it down outside. So, and then I went to get some ice cream, and it was, I think it was like Dairy Queen, and there was the Usenet on the P-Cars Usenet. So I checked into that while I was eating some ice cream. So I'll hand this over to whoever's KE8 YPY.
KE8 YPY. This is Kilo Echo 8 Delta Lima Juliet. The head personal is Ralph. I live in Beloit, Ohio, but like Mike, KC3, I forgot. I had a brain fart, Mike. Sorry. QFE. I'm a truck driver too, so I'm usually out here when I'm working or at that time of the day or night. If you're a night owl, I don't have a chance to write down your call, but maybe I'll give a shout once in a while, see if you're out there, if nobody's out. But I'll be driving at this time of the night, probably 5 nights a week. And, I give a shout out on the W8WKY repeater. I don't know if that's where you're coming in, because I can't look. I'm on Echolink, by the way. I'm not on RF. I'm using the phone app. Back to Mike from KE8DLJ.
KE8DLJ, KC3, QFC. That was a pretty good recover from the brain fart. I actually got a good laugh out of that. All the time, so, you tend to have those quite often. I'm usually out here most every night, whether I'm connected to WWKY is the real question, but I'm out here Sunday nights. It depends on when freight's really running. For the most part, between 8 and 10 o'clock at night is when I start, and every single night up until Saturday morning between 2 and 4 a.m. is when I'm 2 or 4. I'm done for the weekend, and I'm hard-pressed to be found. But ice cream. Oh, I love ice cream. I personally like milkshakes. That's one of my favorite things. I've always loved milkshakes. May not necessarily be the best for me, but quite frankly, I find if it's made from milk directly from the cows, when it's even better. Yum, yum. Of course, that's hard to find anymore. A lot of people won't sell it because they're afraid to lose their contract with the state, which is very unfortunate. Cream off the top was always there to make good butter. KE8, Yankee Papa Yankee, I believe is what it was. Trying to get that memorized. I remember one, forget the other. Remember the other, forget the one. You know how it is. Over to you, KC3, QFC.
KC3, QFC. This is KE8, YPY. You got my call sign right. Good job. Milkshakes are really good. They are really good. I don't have them very often, but today I was messing around with some Lego vacuum engines that I've been building, and I might have just made an inline too, so I thought that was interesting. I'll hand this over to whoever's next. This is P8YPY. Oh, and I will probably be on here again tonight, tomorrow night, at probably the same time. I don't know. My schedule changes. I'll hand this to whoever's next.
KE8YPY, KC3, UFC, Kilo Echo 8, Delta Lima, Juliet, DLJ, Ralph. You know, they opened a new ice cream store in Alliance, Ohio, just east of Canton, and I happen to live too close to there, and I'm a total chocoholic. When I go there, I get pecan. They have a butter pecan, butter pecan, whatever you call it, that just blows my mind. It's called Almost Heaven, and they're very good. There's a chain that started in Youngstown called Handles. I don't know that they're as good, but the one in Alliance closed. They just, you know, premium ice cream didn't sell well enough for him. You know, he couldn't keep it open, which is unfortunate. Maybe this one will stay. Now that I have a job where I unload trailers, I can afford to eat ice cream once in a while. Back to you. That would be KC3QFC from KE8DLJ.
KE8DLJ, Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Livestream Charlie. Yeah, that's unfortunate for me. I eat too many milkshakes, it all goes to my toes or something. Of course, I'm always a skinny mini, and I could burn the food up just by looking at it. I don't really have that problem, but that metabolism will one day catch up with me. Well, at least that's what they said, and then I look at my dad, and he's still pretty skinny. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of muscle. Really thin build, we'll say. Me personally, I'd rather have the milk straight from the cow to make the milkshake, but I don't know. The old barn boy in me kicks out. I remember going up to Grandpa's and actually getting the milk. Papa Yankee, go ahead and pick it up from KC3 QFC.
KC3 QFC. I did not have your call sign down right in the log, but I got it that time. But no, I've never had a milkshake from a cow like that, but maybe I'll try that. Get one of those somewhere. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go. I'll listen around for a little bit, but yeah, this is KE8YPY 73. And I'll be clear on your final.
W8WKY.
KE8YPY, KE8DLJ 73. Have a good evening, or night, whatever it is. KC3 QFC, and milk drink such as you were drinking it then was alive, not dead, and I believe, much healthier. A lot of the benefit you got from milk was because it was alive, and we've lost that, but I won't. I'll get off that soapbox. KE8DLJ, back to you.
KE8DLJ, KC3 QFC. Well, you know, I was on the tail end of the generation that used to eat mud pies. And I'll just say I survived it. And the last farm that used to sell it that way, government, Uncle Sam came in and told them that you're not allowed to sell it that way anymore. We catch you selling it that way, and you're going to lose your contract. I was really, really sad that day when I walked in to buy a new jar. Here nor there. I will find another farm, or you know what? I'll go out and buy my own cow and raise it up and give my milk that way. But, you know, everybody had their own passion. Just out here yanking doubles. It's not raining. Got a nice, healthy 67 degrees. At least up here just south of Syracuse, New York. Right outside Tully, New York, anyhow. So, can't complain about the weather tonight. DLJ from KC3.
KC3 QFC KE8 DLJ. Yeah, it's a nice night, and it was a miserable day. I work for a bakery now, and our racks of bread are about 400 pounds. Well, they're on wheels, so you know they're not impossible to move, or they're on stacks of stackable trays, and those are probably up to about 250 pounds a stack. Those have to be moved with a hand truck, but I just had a full load of 49 racks I had to unload, and they don't air condition the distribution centers. I don't know, maybe they're afraid the bread will sweat or something, I don't know. But it was pretty miserable, and the temperature came down, and that made it much nicer. I've gone through that area where you are a few times going from Maybrook, New York up to Buffalo, or vice versa. And man, after coming from Richfield to Buffalo and then dropping down to Maybrook, that makes for a long day. But I miss pulling doubles. You can have these 53-footers. I'm on a single axle now, too, because a full load of bread's only 12,000 pounds of bread, so about 20,000 pounds with the equipment. Back to you, KE8 DLJ.
KE8 DLJ, KC3 QFC. You can keep that single axle. Last time I drove a single axle, that wasn't a good night. And when it snows, especially up here, I always seem to find them single axles off on the side of the road. It was right there in the Keystone on 80 up there in the mountains. Poor old was it XPO or Old Dominion? It was XPO. It put down, I don't know, 6-8 inches really quickly. And of course, I was leader of the pack with an empty 53, thank God. I just kept driving through, and that poor old XPO, he just couldn't get any traction. I watched him slide right off the road. And being empty, traveling across there, I just bided my time, and we got across there. So I'll stick with the twin screws. Always driven them. Definitely no complaints. Of course, then again, I go back to the time that I drove across the Rocky Mountains. I'll never forget that night. Kept coming across the CP with weather warning for the mountains, and it was given certain elevations. I'm sitting there laughing. I'm from Pennsylvania. I've driven in snow, whatever. And that night, first 15 miles, it was wet. It snowed a little bit. This is nothing. 15 miles further, you go deeper. Ooh, interesting. I got up on top of that mountain, that 2-lane road. I watched it go 3 lanes, and there had to have been at least 2 foot of snow out there. And I watched 2 UPSs smack together going down the road. And nope, we're done. I pulled off where I thought was the shoulder of the get-off ramp, and come to find out, I was smack dab in the middle of the thing. Of course, that cop didn't find it too funny, but it is what it is. KE8 DLJ, KC3, QSC.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I haven't had to drive in places like out west where they have gates on the on-ramps and off-ramps to keep you off the interstate because it gets too dangerous. Even out there where it's flat. You know that's bad weather. But I've been lucky with the single axles. I got caught in about 8 inches down the bottom of Pennsylvania going to Mead Paper. What is that, Alexandria? And the address is like County Logging Road something or other. There were trucks and cars on the side of the road, and I was empty. And I made it through. Lucky. But I don't leave Ohio now, so it's a lot easier. I love it. But and I took the job because the blood pressure was starting to go up, the weight, the arthritis was taking over, so I needed exercise. And like I said, here I unload and reload. So it works. And my health insurance, only a politician has better health insurance. So that I needed. But anyway, yeah, I keep thinking about setting up a portable node for the DMR or for the FTM 200. There isn't much for me to connect to with it, or I don't know what I'm doing to find places. But it's a 50-watt radio. I had a mag mount, and I put it behind my fairing, and up on top of the band for 2 meters, I was at about 1.8, and I think I was at about 1.6 at the bottom. And that was because of the fairing and the frame the fairing holds up on top of the truck. So I was using that, but I set the truck in to have some work done under the dash. When I got it back, it had a pile of metal shavings all over the floor. So, you know, I leave the mag mount at home now. Even though I'm going to set on the outside, if for something happens and I have to put it inside the truck, you might as well throw it away, you know, because I use it on my car too. Back to you, KC3QFC, KE8BLJ.
W8WKY.
KC3QFC returning. I don't know if he tossed it over and make sure it actually picks it up. Yeah, okay. I think I got it. I didn't quite catch the last part of that. You said you had you were using the a piece behind the fairing there, and you sent it to the shop, and then I hit a dead spot there for the node. What happened there? KC3 QFC.
KE8BLJ returning. I put the truck in the shop, and they did some work under the dash, and they drilled out some screws and ground off some screw heads and stuff like that, and they left metal shavings all over the floor. So, you know, I just started leaving the mag mount at home. I do have a mirror mount. Firestick makes a 2-meter 5/8 wave fiberglass, and I have one of them stainless clamp-on mounts, but I haven't brought it in yet because it has to be cut to size. So I have to bring it in, put it on the truck, test it with the Nano VNA, take it home and cut it. So I might eventually do that. Who knows? Back to you, KE8DLJ.
KE8DLJ, KC3 QFC. Yeah, I hear you there. For the longest part, for me, I used to, I don't know if I still have them or not, but they have the, I don't know what kind of mirrors are on that. They have the OCB mounts that are basically welded to a pair of vice grips, and you can usually put it out there like that if you have the tube style. But I've used that for a while until, unfortunately, the night I got the truck that had these, I don't know what it was, all sorts of plastics up on there to make it aerodynamic and fuel efficient and whatever else they were trying to do with that. So I kind of lost the mounting point on that. And, of course, that was on a Volvo. So what I did there was I literally went from the plastic cross brace, ran a small jumper wire, and basically wrapped it around the what little bit of a mirror post I could get to, and never had a problem with the grounding. Here in the future, I'm going to put a mag mount on the frame back there behind the cab, and I'm going to try to run 20 and 40 meter right here in the truck. I just got to figure out the best way to bring that coax in to the radio, and hopefully I can work HF while driving down the road. I think that'd be pretty awesome. But as far as the Node goes, I can honestly say I don't have too many complaints other than the natural spots where service dips and you lose it sometimes. But all in all, I've been pretty pleased with Allstar. Jason there was the one who helped me out with the plans to build the first one, and that did pretty good. It took me a little bit to build it, but for the most part, I got it put together. I loved it. A route between Franklin, Pennsylvania, and Columbus, Ohio, and then back. I did that for a while, and then some things came up, and now I'm kind of back to doing OTR. Right now, I'm doing a double turn from Binghamton to it's Rochester, but it's actually Farmington, New York. I do that twice a night. It's about 600 miles a night, so it's always fun out here driving up and down the road until New York winters hit, and then it's just miserable. DLJ, KC3, QFC.
Yeah, I bought a regular dual band mag mount that I use on my car. It's a diamond. It has a 770 in the model number, and stuck it on the roof behind the fairing, and it just barely fit. And I know there's a little bit of metal tubing back there supporting the top of the fairing, and you know, going across the top of the cab. It raised the SWR a bit. It was higher than it is on my car, but it was still under like 1.8 maximum. And that might have been at the bottom of the band. It might have been 1.7 at the top. But anyway, it was acceptable. I took the coax and ran it to the passenger side, and you got them brackets for the right-hand wind deflector fairing that goes up and down the cab. It'll run behind those and then to the bottom of the door. There's a seam where the plastic bolts to the cab on the side of the truck, the steps and stuff, all that plastic there. There was a seam that I was able to put that, I think it was Mini 8, but I was able to run it along that and into the door and pinch it, and you couldn't tell it was there. And like I said, it worked. I thought about when I was driving for Yellow, I thought about one of them. I have one of those. You can buy those clamp-on mounts, the vice grip mounts. And some of the Yellow trucks had a muffler bracket, but the new ones have the muffler down by in the frame, the fuel tank, in that area. The diesel exhaust folder is in front of the fuel tank. They don't have a vertical stack no more, so that's gone. But there is a company that makes a stainless steel clamp mount that's it's not a C-clamp, but a scissors clamp. It's very well made, and I'll have to try to remember to get the name of that. But it takes the 3/8 mount fire stick antenna, and I've got to see the antenna on my truck. I could probably just take it off and use the coax that's on the truck and just mount my 5/8 2-meter on the mirror. I'm going to try it. Why not? I hope it didn't time out. PC3QFC, KE8DLJ, back to you.
KC3QFC. No, you didn't time out there. I know what you're talking about, and I will suggest before you try that, make sure you check the SWR on there, because I might end up that I did at the pinch point there where that standard wire comes through the door from everybody opening and closing it. That particular wire gets broke down inside of the door, which is why technically I'm not doing it right now, or otherwise I would be running a bigger radio and basically just cross-referencing it, being able to go further away from the truck than what I am now. It gets broken in down there, and that's what can cause a high SWR on that. But I would just be wary about that, trying to do it that way from the truck. As long as the SWR is good, you should be fine. But it'd be about the only thing I could think of. And I kind of lost my train of thought here, what I was going to say. The trucks that don't have a vertical stack, I've always known to call those as grass burners, because, they quite... they heat up the grass, Those are always the fun ones to get stuck behind during severe weather, winter weather related, because all that exhaust goes straight to the ground, and they make for some ice-free zones. With that, we're going to pass it back over to you. KE8DLJ, KC3.
KC3QFC, KE8DLJ. Yeah, I don't buy the trucks. We're stuck. They're leases, they're riders, they're internationals. And what you were saying about the Volvo mirror mount, I've got stainless steel tubing, and I was happy when I saw that. So, yeah, if that coax is broken down, and it might be, because my truck's got 500,000 on it, and we don't leave the state. So it took a few years to do that. And I have that Nano VNA, and I am glad I bought that thing. I also bought the tiny SA. I've only taken it out of the box and charged it up. I haven't messed with it. But that Nano VNA is just a nice tool to have, especially when you're bouncing around between trucks and cars, because I'm going to break down the coax on my Magmon antenna too, because the car pinches it pretty bad. I gotta, I think, start routing it through the trunk, from the back of the roof down through the trunk, and there's an opening that's for, I don't know, mounting a child seat or something to go down through. I think I can mount it, run it through there. It's a pretty good sized car. It's a Buick LaCrosse. So I hope I have enough coax. I can make it longer, I guess. Wouldn't hurt. But I haven't been putting it in the truck because Echolink works so good, and I've just been using everything at home more and more now. Back to you, KE8DLJ, KC3QFC. This is KE8DLJ.
KE8DLJ, KC3QFC. You might want to be careful with that child lock. It might be a solid beat. Pull up what that car looks like in my brain. At the moment, anyhow. I know on, like, the Chevy Tahoe, the Yukon there, I was bringing it down the driver's side rear door right there, right in between the two, kind of following that pillar, and then at the bottom, bringing it out, and it did not pinch in that particular spot too bad. I mean, it pinched it a little bit, but not nearly as bad, but again, I just recall the design of that particular car that you have there. That might be a spot to look at, and it's quite, if it is and you're able to do it, it's quite easy to pull in and out. But myself, once I set a car antenna, unless that antenna breaks, which I may or may not have forgotten an antenna hanging up there and pulled it into the garage and crunch. I know what that was. I wasn't too happy. I cried whole base that day to bring it in for an oil change. I may have cried a little bit. Of course, then again, it gave me a reason to go to the candy store to get a new one, as long as a few other things. But that's here nor there. Boy, I wish New York would repave these roads because I can feel my teeth rattling across this road. Ouch. Anywho, but yeah, that might be a spot in stainless steel. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. With that, we'll pass it back over to you. I can't remember. I believe it's KE8. One point in time, I may say KD8, or I'll get it right eventually. At least I know the last three. DLJ from KC3 QFC.
KC3 QFC, Echo 8, DLJ, The Last Jedi. Don't tell anybody. I ran it through the back door. The seams are so tight that it even pinches the smaller diameter coax that came with the diamond antenna mount. So if I put it back in, what I need to do is buy a mount for the car, put it in the car, and then I don't open and close that door because I live alone. But I think it will be kinder on the coax to run it through the trunk. There's more of a gap, and the weather stripping is bigger and, will pinch it less. There on the back shelf under the back window, there are some holes, and I think they're for running straps through for the car seat. I don't know really don't know what they're for, but they have little plastic covers on them, and I could run the coax through there. Might have to make something up with a little longer coax because I'd like to be able to run it down to the bottom of the trunk and enter at the back bumper, not at the top. That way you don't get any, liquid in. But that's really a better way to do it. I'm going to end up with an antenna for the truck at work and an antenna for the Jeep at home and an antenna for the car at home. And maybe even an antenna on a cookie sheet upstairs. Who knows? You can't have too many antennas, can you? I have a Tram 1480, but I'm still working on other things. And back to you, KEH-DOJ. Oh, I found a generator head. I'm going to make a generator. So I need more projects. I was on Craigslist looking at generators, and a guy had a head. I thought it was a 5 kW, but I was looking at a 5 kW generator. And it's a 2,500 watt, $75. I go up, I bought it. And they're selling, this model's selling at Northern Tool for like $560. So I bought that, and he said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to make a generator. Just got to find a motor. He said, well, I got a motor. You can have it. Now, it is like a 1950s vintage Briggs, puts out like a horsepower. So it's not powerful enough, but he gave it to me. So we'll find out whether it runs and maybe sell it. You know, $75 for a really nice generator head. Not a huge one, but I don't need a huge one. Back to you, KEH-DLJ.
KEH-DLJ, KC3, QFC. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there. The funny thing is, cookie sheet. I have an old, of course you can't find them anymore because they're all plastic and whatnot. I have an old coffee can that I actually turned into an antenna. It sits up in the window, the place I'm staying right now on the weekends there, and I put the handheld hooked up to it, and I run the coax around the room and over my side of the bed. I sit there, I can get all over. I do pretty good. I get out across town, I got no complaints with this itty-bitty coffee can. I sit there and, I kind of rigged it up so I could move it in the, what is that, to be the north and south directions. I don't really try to push it through the house. I at least got about a little under 180 degrees I can rotate this to hit repeaters on that side. And kind of ironic, and I always have to laugh when people say 2 cups in a string, because I have the old-fashioned antenna rotator. Of course, at first it was frowned upon, and then the girl I'm staying with, window was on her side of the bed, said, hey, rotate that in can there about 2 degrees to the north. Yeah, I got a sad look, and then I came up with this design, and it's actually quite comical to use. The ideas that you can come up with. And that worked, too, on top of that. That actually worked. But, yeah, you brought back memories of my antenna. I haven't done anything with a cookie sheet just yet. Planning on turning the gutters into an antenna, providing I get permission from the landlord, and go from there. Trying to set up, trying to figure out how to avoid, because I've got a multi-band HF. I believe it's an MFJ. It does 10 up to, I want to say 80s, but 80 I think is where it stops at. Although I thought it did 160, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I want to set that up in an inverted V at the house there, but I got to come up with a better way, because unfortunately the power line that comes to the house comes off the pole and into the back corner of it, which would be where I want to set it up, and there's no real direction that I can do on the front of the house to set it up and set the posts out to, and don't really want it accessible by people in the public, because yeah, people tend not to be the brightest, and I don't really want them to touch it while I'm transmitting, so got to keep it up. But yeah, it's a funness that you come up with. DLJ, KC3, USA.
anyone wanting to put the inverted V at your QTH or at the place that you're staying on the weekends? Back to you.
It's going to be at the place I stay on the weekends there. There's a flat roof that you can get out that's going to be the high point. If it's set up back there, that should be wide enough to run the legs. But like I said, the problem that I have is the power line that goes from the pole to the back corner of the house, and that's where a lot of my problem's going to be. KC3 QSC.
Is there a clothesline with a couple of T-shaped clothesline poles on the property?
No, unfortunately, there's not.
K8DLJ for ID. Well, that's too bad, because I made a bracket out of a piece of wood and some other stuff, like them hooks you hang bicycles up and stuff, and I hang that on my clothesline pole at the other end, and I have one of them chameleon end feds that's 60 feet long. And I bought a spider beam pole telescoping. I use about half of it, because it's a 40-footer or 36, something like that, and I used about half of it. It just slopes up, and some paracord and a carabiner instead of a pulley, because Mike up in Willow told me that he talked to Bob Heil, I think it was, or somebody, and carabiners don't rust up. They do, and it works. But otherwise, there is an Army surplus store in Deerfield, Ohio, which is, if you know where the Love's Truck Stop is on I-76, you have 225 and 76. 225 runs about 3 miles or 4 miles down south to Deerfield Circle, and where 224, 225 exit, there's a little mill surf store. You can get aluminum tent poles. They're like 2-inch diameter or something like that, for those big circus, military circus tents. They're $5 for a section. They got fiberglass, they got aluminum. And I got a bunch of them too, just in case I'd ever want to use them. Back to you, K8DLJ.
K8DLJ, KC3QFC. I'm pretty sure I know exactly which surplus store you're talking about, because I think I went down that way to get down to my dad's house there in St. Louisville, Ohio. I think it's where we came up, because I know we came out on 225, right? 225 and 225 and 76. Good Lord, I can't get my highway straight. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I know what you're talking about. And I've been by there. I never stopped in there. I believe, if you correct me if I'm wrong, is that the brick building there? It's got nice black asphalt, I think is what it was. I don't know if you've been up there recently, but trying to recollect that. But I know it wasn't too far away from 76. Is that be the right there in Alliance? Is that the one you're talking about? KC3 QSC.
KC3QFC, K8DLJ, that is the one. And I live near Louisville, Alliance. I live on the east side of Alliance, so you might know that area a bit. But yeah, I go through Louisville on my way to work, because I work just south of Massillon. And it's called Ohio Military Surplus. They're 4-foot sections, and they're $5 a piece. Now, Dustin gave me a clue. If you buy the fiberglass ones, I had read on the internet that more than 20 feet, they tend to want to break off. Now, he told me, if you get the fiberglass ones and you're going to use them a lot, paint them to protect them from the UV. But I got fiberglass ones, and I got aluminum ones. And I have a little flagpole mount. It's not the right diameter. It's going to be kind of sloppy. But you drive your car tire on it, and you drop your tent pole down in there, and you stack up like 4 or 5 of them, you know. You can go as high as you can put up. You can put guy wires on it. They make them. They make something for doing that. But yeah, that's a cool place to check out. And they got a lot of buckles and fasteners and all kinds of stuff like that. And then little P38 can openers. Well, they make one called a P52, which is about 1.5 times as long, and it's a lot easier to use. And I buy them by the bag, and I give them to people because they run out of them a lot, but they usually have them there. That makes it neat enough for me to stop anytime. That used to be a school. There used to be a diner inside it, and Maddie's. I used to go there, and now they have the Mill Surf store, and I go there as often as I can. And it's on my way to DX Engineering. What can I say? KEADLJ, back to you.
KADLJ, KC3QFC, the candy store, hi. Yeah, I know exactly where you're talking about now. That just converted into my mind there. That was the back way that we used to take, going down to my dad's down there in St. Louisville, just outside of Newark. I think that's how you say it, down there. He lives off of Locks Road down there. Which I'm trying to get my dad in the age yet, but he's still a tech, so... Of course, he's a truck driver too, so technically I'm second generation. But I get no complaints, and I'm trying to get him in the HEF and go from there. Yeah, like I said, the problem I have is the power line that come in, and they've got another power line that's supposed to go to the garage, but I found out that they're actually dead. And yeah, we won't talk about how I found out that they were dead, because if they were pretty much alive, I would be in trouble. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. And unfortunately, at this point, I'm going to have to say 73s, because I got to call work back, and then I got a couple other phone calls that apparently I missed, and the phone never rang. So, as always, it's definitely a pleasure talking to you, and I'll have to give you a shout out more often. I don't know, I might be back here maybe an hour or so and try to give you a shout out again. For now, we'll say 73s, and we'll be clear on your final for now. KC3, QFC.
KC3 QFC, KEADLJ. Take it easy, man. I got about another probably 15 minutes to 20, and I'll be at my drop. And then I got about a half a trailer full, so hour and a half, hour and 45. So, 2:30-ish, I'll probably be tooling back down to Navarre. You said out by Newark, that's out Route 30. Hey, man, we'll talk again. You take it easy, and, you know which side goes up. Keep it that way. 7-3 KE8DLJ.
Yeah, 7:30, so we'll give you a shout about 2:30, 2:45. We'll get back with you. KC3, QFC. I'm clear.
I got a carrier. You're making it in. I didn't hear anything, and it is noisy. 88 DLJ.
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY.
you